Hello, I'm Alexander OK, and welcome to episode 21 of my look at Japanese factory in War Thunder. Today I'll be looking at the D4Y, the Japanese dive bomb. The D4Y, or Suisei, which is comet, it was also codenamed Judy by the Allies. It was designed to replace the D3A dive bomber in service. However, despite development starting with this aircraft in 1938, it wouldn't actually see service in its designed dive bombing role until 1942. This is because of issues with large amounts of stress on the airframe during dive bombing. However, in 1940, models would be designated the D4Y which is a recon designation due to the aircraft's good speed and range. Despite its high speeds, due to its high wing loading, it retains your typical Japanese maneuverability, and very unusually for a Japanese aircraft, and even more so for a naval aircraft, it has an inline engine. This is the Atsu engine, which is a copy of the German Daimler 601. This is the same aircraft, designated the HA-40 on the Kai 61 aircraft, and has 1,200 horsepower. The D4Y1 is armed with two Type 97 machine guns as the nose. You can see I'm shooting at the Spitfire here, and a single Type 92 in the rear. Its bomb load can be either a single 250 or 500 kilogram bomb. As I said earlier, it wouldn't actually see service on carriers until 1942, and even then it could only operate effectively from the large fleet carriers that the Japanese had, or had remaining in 1942. To sort of remedy this, the Japanese made an improved variant, the Kai. The Kai variant for all different variations of the D4Y. These would have catapult equipment attached. This made it so it could operate from the smaller Japanese fleet carriers, and even the very unusual Japanese battleship carriers. These were the IJN Issei and Hyuga, which had their rear, which are similar to a Fuso class, they're an improved Fuso class in fact. They had their rear two turrets removed and replaced with a flight deck, with two catapults sitting out near the fourth turret. I suppose it would be the D turret, which it would use to catapult these dive bombers off. In this battle is what I generally like to do with the D4Y when I started off grinding through them, is rather than use them as a dive bomber with only a 250 kilogram bomb, a single one at that, I would not take any bomb load at all, and instead use its bomber spawn and good speed and okay climb rate to get above the enemy and basically force enemy fighters down, which is what I'm trying to do here, although since we were fighting the British on Saipan, they were able to climb pretty much effectively, although despite that I'm clearly managing to tie up both the Spitfire and this Varlet, which is a British Effer Wildcat, in dogfighting, stopping them from attacking, well, are frankly more effective fighters like the Zeros we have. This is honestly a quite effective way to play the aircraft. You don't get a whole lot of kills necessarily, just because the Type 97 doesn't have the best killing power, especially because I'm using the default belts in this, because while I have actually aced this plane, I don't have any of the parts installed, because I wanted to show how one could use the plane completely stock and yet still use it pretty effectively as a fighter. By utilising your high speed, decent maneuverability, even the air brakes to ensure that you do not overshoot your target, and the pretty decent maneuverability this plane has, although it does tend to lose a lot of energy during vertical maneuvers, so unless you've got an energy advantage over your opponent, I wouldn't go up into the vertical. So here's, well, it also doesn't tend to, like, it'll roll in the level pretty well, but if you're attempting to roll over having done a vertical maneuver, it tends to wallow a bit in it as well. As you can see, that's this is sort of what I'm attempting to go for here when I've driven that Marlet to dive away from me, although I do think he's looped around, and I only notice now he's actually able to get guns on me very briefly into my right wing there. However, the damage is minor, and you're able to loop back round onto the Marlet and get a few more shots in. As you can see, this game hasn't gone marvellously well from this. There's still quite a lot of Spitfires still alive, although I have managed to damage the oil of that Marlet. As you see, I briefly extended the air brake so I did not overshoot. And now the Marlet is just going into a full-on dive, which I'm not going to follow because I can still see there's Spitfires at moderate altitude, and I'm keeping an eye on the Marlet this time. I cut away here to, well, it's just me flying towards this combat zone where we have a 0 engaged with 2 Spitfires, and the Marlet's coming in. The 0 has people on his 6, so I'm going for what I think is probably the most dangerous target to implement, which is that Spitfire. Although, having said that, the Marlet was able to snipe him from range and get a small hit onto the Spitfire there, and then go up into the vertical. The Marlet is on my 6, but he's definitely not going to catch me. I'm not sure what the Spitfire in the back is doing, and the other Spitfire is also flying away from me. But here I'm just biding my time. As you see, I bleed a lot of speed doing that manoeuvre, but I'll straighten out to gain some speed and just assess the situation, because while you can dogfight in this plane, it's generally better to boom and zoom your opponent, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that Spitfire because I have no idea what he's doing. The other Spitfire appears to be RTB, and this Marlet sort of surprises me by flying straight back at me here and looping over completely, although he wasn't able to get guns on target. So it looks like that other Spitfire is actually trying to land, which is rather unusual, so this pretty much leaves me free to engage the Marlet. And I think the only people left on our team are G4M and that Kai 44 over there, myself against four enemies, the 2 Spitfires, this Marlet and the Typhoon over there. Here I was slotted back onto the 6 of the Marlet using my energy advantage. Rather than following into that sharp turn there, I just extend away up into the vertical again. You can see he's attempting to get back around on me, but he just doesn't have the energy to be able to get guns on target. That Spitfire is definitely trying to land. No idea why. He clearly doesn't own this airfield, and well, you can't capture him in realistic battles. So slotting back onto the 6 of the Marlet, he loops, does this odd loop when I get a couple more crits into his fuselage, and he's sort of wallowing there, and he almost recovers very nearly as the enemy starts capturing A, and that G4M is going to die if he sticks around there. Yeah, he looks like he's recovered here, but as that Spitfire's actually landed now, as you can see my teammate was telling me. Yeah, the Marlet just sustained enough damage that he wasn't able to do anything, and well, I'm going to straight the Spitfire out, although he bugs out before that happens, which leaves me and this Typhoon, and you can see those 3 enemies alive. The Spitfire has just crashed there, so that's 2, but one of them is the guy who bugged out an aerofield, so you'll see some confusion in the chat as to, well, what he was doing, and 2, if he still actually counts as being alive in this game. So it essentially is now me, that's G4M, versus this Typhoon, although as you can see the tickets are so low, we're not going to have a whole lot of time. So I dive into the Typhoon, although he doesn't attempt to go head on with me. I actually managed to lose him here, although I'll locate him again. And I think I surprised him here with my ability to turn. He attempts to get guns on me, as I'm able to actually fly over his aircraft and get a small amount of hits. It's a shame I wasn't actually able to pilot something there. Or even if I'd crashed into him, we would have won, which would have been better than sort of running out of tickets, which, spoilers, is the actual case in this game. I'm not able to down this typhoon before we run out of tickets, although I do get relatively close. You can see he's coming back round for a pass on me, and I dive underneath and I turn last minute to avoid him getting guns on target. I actually think he now overestimates my ability to turn, as I lost him again and turn back round to get on his 6. He is actually facing me here, but overturns and actually winds up getting in front of my guns there. Although I'm not able to get the nose around in time to get on the target. Some more shots in here. Although atrocious aim, but I'm sort of panic firing at the moment because I can see that we're very nearly out of tickets. I get a few more hits in, but we just run out of tickets, which is rather annoying. But oh well, on with the next bit. I'll be flying. Oh, hold on, I just wanted to first prove that I was completely stock in that game, and yet despite being completely stock, I was able to do well enough to come get a couple of kills and come top of the team there. So just to show that I was a stock, I'm going to sort of faff about with repairing here. And there you go, completely stock, nothing actually enabled. I was running default belts for both the offensive guns and the defensive guns. Now I'll be flying at the D4Y3. This is a redesign to use the more reliable Mitsubishi Mk8P Kinsai 62 engine. This actually managed to improve the climb rate and ceiling of the D4Y, although it was less fuel efficient because of the less aerodynamic nose section. This also uses the Type 2 13mm as its defensive gun, and I've got a 500kg loaded here, which I drop onto this F2. It's actually, the D4Ys make a decent dive bomber once you've got that 500kg bomb. The Y3, sitting on a battle rating of 3.3, can also carry a 250kg bomb, 3 250kg bombs, a 250kg bombs with 260kg bombs, or a 500kg bomb with 260kg bombs. Generally I find the single 500 is probably most worth it, although an argument could be made for the 3 250s, and then what I like to do after I drop my bomb is loiter around the battlefield and try and assist in suppressing any enemy close air support like this Yak 4 here, although as you see I overshoot here and it's actually my friendly anti-aircraft armoured car that's able to take her out there. So that's just a brief clip to show that, you know, you can use it as a close air support thing, although I would probably still say the D5N is a better one. So here I'm flying out the D4Y2. This actually uses an improved inline Achi engine, which has an extra 200 horsepower. And I'm using the 4 Type 3 10kg rockets in this plane, which is actually a variant made takeout bombers, which is what I'm trying to do here against this B-34. You see those were undershots, those overshots, and I decide to pull off before I get shot in the engine and have to land where these two A36s are. The Y2 can also carry a 250kg bomb, or a 500kg bomb, or a 250kg bomb with the 260kg bombs. It's got the exact same armed of a Type 92 defensive machine gunner as the previous aircraft. And it sits at a battle rating of 3.0. The only other variant of note, well, there's actually a night fighter variant of the D4Ys, which had its bomb bay removed and a upwards firing 20mm cannon fitted, which would be an odd choice to add into War Thunder, but an amusing one. And the only other variant is the D3A Val, which is a special kamikaze variant, which had a 800kg bomb basically fixed into its bomb bay, and was also fitted with rocket-powered retro boosters for its sort of final kamikaze attack. It would just turn on its rocket boosters and fly straight in to whatever its target was, which was actually quite effective. You see I'm able to kill that A36 here, and now I'm going to have another pop at that B-34 bomber with my rockets again. They are actually moderately effective, it's just that I suck at firing rockets, particularly at aircraft. So yeah, the D4Y planes can make good close air support, although I'd probably say that if the B6N was included, it would make a better close air support with its 800 kilogram bomb. Although the 500, if you can hit, which I often can't, does make a good choice there. You see I undershoot again with the rockets, but after I dodge the tail, the second shots go straight into the B-34, taking it out. Right, so that is the D4Y. Quite a nice little dive bullet. I hope I was on video okay. Thank you for watching.